Hello and welcome to Appy Friday. This week we're bringing you all the news from CES, that's the Consumer Electronics Show, and that's held in Las Vegas. As that's still ongoing at the moment, then we're going to do this as two parts. So this week will be part one with the news from the early part of the show, and next week will be part two from the remainder. So first up is news from Samsung. So Samsung announced their first 5G phone, which should be out in February, so not far away at all. The other big news, literally, is from Samsung about their TVs. So their TVs are going to now have Bixby, which is their sort of virtual assistant built into the TVs. And the other thing with their TVs, they're going to have iTunes. So that's the first sort of non-Apple device to have iTunes built in. So maybe there's a shift going on there with Apple. So the next thing is a big upgrade to Google Assistant, and specifically the Google Translate part of that. They're now saying you can have a real-time conversation in, I think it's 27 different languages. So effectively, if I want to ask someone in German, so I'll say, translate to German, please. I'll tell them it in English. Google Assistant will speak it in German. The German person responds in German, and it then translates and speaks it back in English to me. So it's sort of real-time translator. There's some demo videos out there if you have a look on YouTube, or if you look on our blog, we've got a link to a sort of demo video there. So next is LG, who've announced a big OLED TV R. One of the big things with this, apart from its size, its 65-inch screen, is it has a built-in soundbar. Of course, now that TVs are getting to this sort of size, you can actually build these things in where soundbars have to be physically large, but because the telly is physically large, you can actually build these things in and have them integrated now. They have actually announced a new separate soundbar that has Dolby Atmos, Meridian Audio, and Google Assistant, again, built into the soundbar itself. The other news from LG was laptops. So they have a 17-inch version of their Gram laptop. So this is a really lightweight but really powerful sort of dedicated laptop. They also announced a new 2-in-1. So the 2-in-1 laptops are the ones where the screen detaches. You can use that as a touch screen, as a separate tablet, or have it connected as a traditional laptop. Lenovo were there with a range of laptops, but one of the sort of new things for them is what they call their smart clock. And this is another assistant sort of home device like Google Home Hub, Amazon Dot with Alexas. This is powered by Google Assistant and is yet another one of these sort of intelligent voice-activated assistants. So Acer were also there. They're well known for laptops and particularly Chromebooks. They seem to make decent Chromebooks. So they announced their AMD-powered Chromebook. This particular device, although it's a budget device, so it will be between £250 and £300, it's a really good spec. It's got an HD display and it's powerful. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see benchmarks and performance tests with that Chromebook. Next up is Huawei. So Huawei are better known for their smartphones. They do some powerful but fairly inexpensive devices. So they've now moved into laptops as well. So they have something called the MateBook. This is gone in straight for the MacBook Air. It's actually thinner and lighter than the MacBook Air. It's got i5 and i7 processors, so it should outperform it too. And it's going to be a fraction of the cost of a MacBook Air if we know Huawei well. And finally, we'll talk about Sony. So Sony, probably best known for their TVs, and as expected, they announced a couple of new TVs. Some of these are absolutely huge. I think one's 98 inches. They've also upped quality. So they announced an 8K TV, where I guess if you're at 98 inches, then you have to have ridiculous quality as well. Otherwise, everything's going to look blocky and pixelated. And as you'd expect with a high-end TV, they're starting to take the smart assistants into those. So they've got Google Assistant, Alexa, So basically, they've got all things covered. They've got AirPlay as well, so you can use them just as an audio device or for streaming video straight from your iPhone. They didn't actually announce prices for these, but don't expect them to be cheap. They're always sort of cutting edge, and they're always at a premium price. So that's it for Appy Friday this week. Hope you found that useful. Do give us any likes or comments. And as I said right at the start, we'll be doing sort of part 2 of this with some more tech coming for 2019 next week on Appy Friday. So until then, thanks very much and see you then.